Small problems that you ignore can develop into more difficult to handle problems. I want to discuss 5 things that, if you don't take caution, could end up badly harming your relationship. The first is overexposure familiarity. I understand that people do not often discuss familiarity in relationships, but when I talk about overfamiliarity, I am not referring to becoming at ease with a regular person. Rather, I am talking about the improper kind of familiarity. When you start dating someone, you usually get to know them better and learn about their interests and dislikes. This helps you feel at ease with them and improves your understanding of them. However, there is such a thing as being too familiar with someone. When you've been dating someone for a long time, you start to take them for granted and stop listening to what they have to say because you think you've heard it all before. You stop being passionate or interested in what they have to offer. If they start talking, you have the tendency of finishing their sentences for them. If they are about to go out, you assume that you know where they are going or what they are doing. All of these things can create a scenario where you no longer see the value in the other person. So even when the person has something really good to say, you're so familiar to the point that you tend not to pay attention to what they have to offer because you think there's nothing good that can come out of them. It's just like what Nathanael said in the book of John when they told him Jesus of Nazareth was coming. And he said, "Can anything good come out from Nazareth?" This is the same thing that overfamiliarity does. When you become too familiar with someone the wrong way, you stop learning and you stop getting excited about them. You stop seeing them as people who can contribute positively to your life. But when you're always in that position where you feel there's something new to learn from them, even after being with them for many years, you'll always find your relationship becoming new every single day. Number 2. Constant accusations. Relationships can be tough when something is bothering you about your partner. It's normal to want to bring it up, and they should be open to hearing your perspective too. But the problem is, sometimes the language you use when trying to correct your partner can do more harm than good. You might say the right things, but if you say it the wrong way, it could ruin everything you are trying to say. Think about choosing a good time, not during or right after an argument when emotions are running elevated use. Even if the issues are relatively minor, the tone and language you use to address them can have a significant impact on how they are perceived. I believe it is better to express how a particular behavior makes you feel rather than criticizing them. Also, be prepared to listen with an open mind. It may be best to take a break from the topic and discuss it again later when you're both calm and thinking more clearly. If an issue still isn't getting resolved after multiple calm discussions, it might be best to shame someone or bring up past transgressions in order to win an argument. These tactics will undermine trust in the relationship. Apologizing should not be used to undermine or make your partner feel bad about themselves. You may say something hurtful and think that by saying you're sorry, the hurt your words caused may have been too deep for the other person to heal from. For example, if a woman is body shamed or insulted by her partner, they may eventually get back together, but you better believe that the words will stay with her, and it may take some time for her to regain her confidence after such a traumatic experience. This is because the pain we inflict, those insults and those name-callings, stick with people for years. Next is continuous dishonesty. Continuous dishonesty. There are instances when you can tend to desire to lie. When your partner allows you to change, it's important to earn their trust by being honest. By being honest, I mean that you should be consistent in speaking the truth rather than making it a habit of always lying. Perhaps you're afraid of something, or perhaps your partner asked you about something after seeing you with someone of the opposite sex. However, when you keep telling lies in your relationships, there's always a tendency for the truth will come to light, even if you try to bury it under more lies. When your partner is willing to give you another chance to be honest after you've messed up, take advantage of that chance to rebuild trust by being honest. Going forward, try to be open about your mistakes rather than hiding them. If you're caught doing something wrong, and instead of admitting that you're wrong, you're trying to defend it by lying over and over again. Being dependable includes being honest about your mistakes and owning up to your mistakes, even if it means having an awkward conversation at first. Over time, reliability is gained by being truthful and forthright. The fourth is self-centeredness. You may be surprised to learn that one of the quickest ways to end a relationship is to constantly put yourself first. Partnerships need compromise, so it's critical to take your partner's feelings and point of view into account. Try putting yourself in their shoes for a change, and consider how certain actions or remarks might affect them emotionally. When you prioritize your feelings over those of your partner, an imbalance is created that eventually leads to resentment. A happy relationship takes a team to maintain. It's not me. If neither of them feels that their emotional well-being counts in the relationship, then you must be willing to compromise and give them the same consideration as you do. If not, rifts will develop from a lack of effort, respect, and care on both sides. The fifth, it takes work to go above and beyond for someone, whether through acts of service, listening without passing judgment, or making sacrifices for your own needs. But over time, if the other person never acknowledges or appreciates what you do, it's easy to get discouraged. Relationships are a two-way street, so taking your partner for granted hurts the dynamics. Ingratitude, finally, is the worst feeling there is when you're putting in effort or someone else is putting in effort and you're not acknowledging it. Nobody likes to feel their efforts are taken for granted. Remember to express your gratitude for their contributions with both words and deeds. A simple thank you or token gift can go a long way toward letting them know you appreciate what they do. Give them a nice note to make their day. Meet people who are kind to each other. Kindness and supporting one another are crucial in any successful relationship. Gratitude and support keep the loving bond strong. Don't allow gratitude to sabotage all the good deeds your special someone has done for you. Thank you for viewing, and if you enjoy our videos, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. I sincerely hope this video has benefited you.